speaking with Don Rickles, and Don, you're here to promote Super Night at the Super Bowl, and Super Bowl in Los Angeles, kind of an exciting thing. What is your feeling about Los Angeles and the Super Bowl and the mesh of the two together?
Well, I think it's a great thing for the public, and it's great for newspaper people. It's great for Los Angeles, and it's a little sad for the Vikings in Oakland because the way the weather is, they'll get out there, but the Vikings are used to it. The Oakland Raiders are now sitting by little warmers going, I want my dada, because it is kind of chilly and nippy out there. But I think it's going to be the most exciting Super Bowl of all time because of two great quarterbacks. So that's my thinking.
You're in the entertainment industry, and in many ways the Super Bowl is an entertainment industry type of event. Do you see a big relationship between the two?
Yes, I think entertainment's exciting. I think this is just a time killer. I think being on your show, I didn't know how to express it before, Jim. Now that we've talked a few minutes, you really annoy me. Let me put it to you another way, Jim. I don't like you. Now, I don't set myself up as being some connoisseur of personalities, but you have a face that's sort of... When you were born, did your mother suffer a great deal? I mean, was there trouble at home? The whole left side of the face tells me trouble, trouble, trouble. Do yourself a favor. Are you married, Jim?
No.
I wonder why. You're a dull guy, Jim. I saw you talking to Kurt Gowdy just like an equal. I don't understand you. You're about how old, 11? It's amazing. An 11-year-old kid with acne can have his own show. In New York yet? Is this on the cable in New York?
Yes.
I mean, people really watch you?
Supposedly.
Well, wonderful. They watch Howdy Doody, too, and you know how that's doing.
You should be my co-host. Don, you should come in here for this.
No, Don doesn't want to. Don's sitting over there in his shorts having a bottle of beer. Don, what do you think? Don's married. Hubby's gone bananas, hon. He's out in the Coast Guard. I want to meet Lana Turner.
What about, you're a big sports fan. What do you see as sports' role in society? Big entertainment?
I think volleyball will catch on. No, I really, as far as sports are concerned, I'm a big football fan. I'm a great baseball fan. Tommy Lasorda, I'm delighted with, who's now become the manager of the Dodgers. We're very close. See, when you work in Vegas, Jimmy, it becomes like a melting pot. Every athlete in the world comes through there eventually, and I get them. And George Foreman and I, we plan to go on a fishing trip together because it'll be quiet. We can just sit in the boat and watch the guppies come right up to the boat and go, hook me, hook me. Because George Foreman keeps saying, there's the fish. And that ought to be exciting. Muhammad Ali would be too loud, as you know. The big excitement is to be in the huddle, really. See, I go back to the days of Bobby Lane and the Detroit Lions when it was exciting, when Bobby Lane threw up on the kickoff from a big evening out with a party hat and a horn. See, today they all go, let's go get him, guys, you know. And there's always one guy on the squad, really. Fran Tarkington is very glib and very outgoing. Kenny Stabler's kind of reserved, but Kenny, I know from Las Vegas, and he comes up there and keeps saying, Yahoo, Yahoo, let me throw my helmet in the air, anything. And these guys get lonely. Johnny Madden is not here tonight, unfortunately. He ate some candy and blew up. So he couldn't be with us, and Bud Grant's at home. He's depressed. He's out at a cemetery now, kicking a grave, going, hi, I'm Bud Grant. Just to try to relax the bodies. So it should be an interesting series. One guy is a whale, and the other guy is a monk. So between the whale and the monk, somebody's got to win.
If I can attempt one more serious question, what about the labor situation in sports? What do you think, as a fan, and as somebody who's close to the sports scene to a certain degree, what do you think that's going to do to sports, professional sports in the future?
Well, it's very difficult. You know, I could stand here and say, hey, they're going to price themselves out of the league. I've said that. But, you know, a guy is an athlete. His time is very, very short. An injury, a guy's finished. It's like a fighter, you know. A shoulder goes out, a football player, a leg goes out. Anybody in sports takes a great deal of ability, a great deal of training, and one little injury and it's over. I think they have to get as much money as possible. Owners might not agree. Sure, it gets overpriced, it gets out of hand. But if I were the guy, I'd ask for as much money as possible and hope I stay alive to play. Because I must say, in fairness, but there must be some sort of way, some way to solve it, that it doesn't get out of hand, that everybody goes busted. But I do think an athlete deserves as much as he can get because he never knows when it's all over.
What would you say if I said, Don, I'd appreciate it, but you're getting on my nerves?
I would probably go for your throat.
Thanks very much. I appreciate it, really.
Jim. It's exciting for me. I never thought I'd meet you. Gee, Jim. Are you crazy guy? Jimmy, we met. I'm so lonely, Jimmy.
Thank you.